Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes to help you understand why your person's doing what they're doing. If there's many different realities that play out at one time, why would you want to live a reality that keeps you stuck in a place of limitation? You would not. But we, again, unconsciously do that because of our past experiences. See? All right. Anything of any importance or relevance to the channel, you can find in the description box below. I set up YouTube today, and it looked like a lot of it was like they have new settings. So you'll have to let me know whether or not, I don't know why it's like I said, wasn't showing any comments, didn't alert anyone. I don't know what the heck's going on. Anyway, I hope the sound is working better. If you guys have been complaining about the sound crackling a lot, I don't know. I think that sometimes it's just YouTube. Anyway, hopefully it's good. Let's see what the word of the video is. The word of the video is aggressive. Aggressive. Let's pull another one. We've been getting that a little bit lately. It's like someone's really irritated. Someone's really irritated. And someone's around somebody that's really aggressive. Like someone that it's controlling them. Someone that is controlling their environment is what I feel. And this person that's connected to you they're irritated. They're agitated. They're trying to hold themselves back, but they have a lot of hostility. They have a lot of aggression underneath the surface. Again, because their situation with you is imbalanced, and their situation that they're in is imbalanced. And I don't think, for whatever reason, that they would have purposely put themselves in a place of imbalance. Let's pull one more from this deck, and then we'll jump in and see what happened. Yeah, because you're a soulmate. See, again, now this person has the knowing, because wisdom and that knowledge, when we're talking about the sacred geometry, is I want to say, yeah, it could be a soulmate, but that's, everybody's a soulmate. Anyone that comes into your life to teach you. This is more like a past life soulmate, like karmic mate, because there's learning. But this person has the knowing of, wait a minute, I made the wrong choice. Wait a minute, I'm supposed to be over here. Wait a minute, you are my person. So it's that energy. Hey, good morning, Mo. That's great. All right. So here it is. This is the underlining energy. And, even if a relationship doesn't work out, understand there's always a reason why you attract this person into your life. So you never lose. Just know that, because right now, this person realizes they made the wrong decision. So already I can see how you probably would not really want to hear it. Or there would be a part of you that didn't really want to hear it from this person. But let's see what they did. They didn't give you time. They had time for everything else except for you. They became too busy for this connection. Well, that would happen if they had somebody else, if they were toying around. So this person pretended that they were only entertaining you, I feel like, and they were entertaining somebody else at the same time. It could have been someone from their past. It could be someone new, but they were entertaining. And and what you felt like was that you didn't really give me enough time, effort, energy. And you felt like you'd have to get into an argument with this person to get answers. It was difficult because you would deliberately get irritated because this person is you felt like they were toying around with you. So it's you literally would have to start an argument to get answers from this person. And they like that. No, they like that. And I feel that intuitively because it's like, oh, look, like how much you care about me. Oh, look. And so they didn't really change their behavior, because the more that you argue, the more that they're like, oh, well, you care. So if you care that much, well, then you're going to hold on a little bit longer. And I think that attitude is really what did it. It's again, yeah, because they withdrew from you. The more that you can say something and you're like, do you just not see what you're doing? And then over time, you're like, you see what you're doing. You're purposely like withdrawing from me because you didn't want to give me the answers. This is what you're realizing. You didn't want to tell me what was really going on. Again, instead, you'd rather ignore me and ignore my feelings. And when things got too difficult for you altogether, it's like, again, because I feel like this person got guilty over time, because then they were in a relationship kind of with two people and they felt bad because they're like, I have feelings for you. I do have feelings for you, but I also have feelings for this other person. So this person wouldn't know what to do. And so what they did was they said, I'm not going to make a decision. One of you people are going to make the decision. It's like, because, I don't really feel like I have to make the decision. So this person's, I'm sorry, like I'm feeling is like, I'm not going to say it. Piece of work. I'll just leave it like that because it's like a coward. I'm not going to make a decision now that I did all this because, hey, I benefit either way because I know you have feelings. I know this person has feelings. So I get to walk around like I'm something that I'm really not. Again, and I'm going to act like I don't really care. The more that everyone acts like they care, the more that I'm going to act like I don't care. So eventually what happens is a triangulation occurs where the person that's connected to them is saying, well, there must be someone there because you're actually not really giving me enough either. And you're like, well, you're not giving me anything. And this person's walking around thinking who they are. Aloof. Yeah. Again, putting everyone in like submission, like no one's opinion mattered. Your opinion didn't matter. This person's opinion didn't matter. It was all about this person having all the power. It was all about them having all the power, going to pretend that they're not aware. But they are aware. Otherwise, they wouldn't want to drink, right? Or do drugs or check out. Oh, I don't want to deal with it. Everyone's giving me a headache. Everybody's everybody desires me. Oh, I don't want to hear it. Like, this is who this person is. Yeah, but now they're in an entanglement. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, because it's like eventually someone was going to turn on this person. This person thought that you and this person would fight it out, or someone would fight for their love, give them more, do something. Eventually something would happen, but they weren't going to do anything. It's like, and what happened is because they didn't do anything, this person wound up doing it because they made the wrong decision. And that's why they're saying, oh, I did the wrong thing. Because now they're consumed in the fact that they don't have control, number one. And number two, that the person that they're with doesn't want to be with them. It's like, it just wanted to be like, well, you think that you're going to fucking toy around with me and talk to other people while you're toying around with me? You think you're going to use my resources? You think that you're going to do all this? There's consequences. This person was in a fog, and they were in a fog because, hey, they weren't feeling guilty about anything. It's like, and then when they did feel guilty, they checked out. Because they were like, well, I don't really want to do anything. So real coward energy is what you hear, is what you see. Again, expecting that someone was going to get caught up in the romance and someone was going to want that romance from them. And really, it would have just been a fling. And then after that fling, then again, fireworks. Because, hey, this person wouldn't fight for you. Now you would have been in a connection with somebody that was connected to somebody else that they weren't giving to, that's pissed off because they're like, you're using my resources. You're using my shit. and I would not be giving you my shit unless we were in a relationship and you were going to give to me, but you're holding back because you don't know what you want. This person knowing quite well who this person is. Again, expecting that someone was going to fall head over heel and it would just be shallow. This is how this person operates. And then the focus really isn't on what they do. It's on the other people in the mix. That's how they've played it before. That's how they don't wind up reaping any negative karmic consequences, because it's more about them leaving and going with somebody else. And, the person that they charmed, and had the fling with is not going to want that. So they're not going to go after them. They're going to go after the person that, that they're there. And this person knows it. It's like, I'm not going to do anything. And they don't really care whether or not you get set up, this person gets set up. They don't care. They just want out of their situation, is what I feel like. You inspire me in so many ways. So again, when they think about you, what they see is you're not playing. That's why they're in regret. They're consumed because that person that they made the wrong choice with is consumed with them. However, you're not caring. You're like, I'm not gonna, entertain this because I see the toxicity. It's like this person is toxic, and they as toxic. Even the card comes out of the full deck that this person is that toxic. But understand, they are working up the courage to contact you, even though that they're toxic, because they're still in their situation. Know that they're not happy in their situation. And what they're seeing is you're not reaching out. You're not reaching out because you already see everything. This person doesn't know whether you see everything, obviously. I can't stand the thought of you with someone else. See, this person, again, wants you, but they didn't want to give you anything. It's, again, very one-sided. It's like the thought of you moving on and really dodging a bullet from this person, like, is irritating because, hey, now they're stuck with that person that, hey, they weren't planning on getting stuck with anybody. They thought that they were going to strategize and play everybody. And now they're stuck with somebody that really doesn't want to be with them. That is just like, oh, bitch, you thought you were going to play me. Let me show you exactly what this is going to look like for you. Again, I'm going to put obstacle in. Oh, I know you don't want to be here. I know you want to contact somebody. I can feel it because you're not giving me everything. This is what that person's saying. So I'm just going to put a lot of shit in your way because you're toxic. And I'm doing whoever is connected to you anyway a favor, because they don't really know you the way that I know you, because you're here, you're using my shit. You have no problem. And guess what? They're going to run to them. I got your game. You think I'm going to fight that person? No, I'm going to do this person a favor. You're not going to even go near that person. You're stuck. And I own you. I own your ass now. I don't want you. I don't want you because I see who you are. But, you're not going to be able to fix anything because they wish they could fix things between you and them. They really do, because they're in a shitstorm of a situation, and now they're going through a spiritual awakening, like I said. And that's usually when a tower moment hits, like there's this person's, like, their games all backfired on them. And now they're seeing, like, wait a minute, this isn't what I wanted. And now they're going to focus on the chemistry. And that's how you know that this person is, it's all about the fantasy. It's all about them falling in love. It's all about this person's imbalanced. It's, again, they can do that because it's just repetitive cycles. It's like, well, now I'm going to be attracted to this person. Oh, you're not giving me anything. You cut me off. It backfired. Now I'm focused on you because, again, it triggers the abandonment. And now they're saying, oh, it was really you that I have the chemistry with. It's not this person, because I see who this person is now. This person's a liar. Yeah, but they had no problem being a liar to you. So what they did to you is what's happening to them right now. And that's why they're like, oh, I wish I can come back. And you're like, I don't wish that you can come back, because all it is the same shit, different day with you. It's like you'll get what you want, and eventually the situation will be done. You'll get away from that person, and then you would just treat me like shit. You'd have me do all the work. You'd use all my resources to get you out of that fucked up situation. And you would do the same exact shit to me. You can stay right there. And that's what the karmic is saying is I'm doing you a favor because this person, they don't love nobody but themselves. They don't love nobody but themselves. So I'm doing a justice for society is what this person is acting like, where you might have been like, oh, this sucks. Like, I can't, like, we're not going to be together. Spirit says, no, they actually really are doing you a favor. This person's afraid of losing you. They wish you that they were here with you. We get the picture. You are the first person that made me feel this way. You know why? This person is so used to being able to run from one person to another, to another, to another, and never really being held accountable. It's not that the relationship wouldn't end in fireworks, but they're like, who cares? The drama. So you're mad. This is where they are losing their power. So if they live with somebody, bitch, you're going to pay me everything that you make if you're going to live here. Otherwise, you could get the fuck out and be homeless. You're going to be my bitch. That's the energy where they've never had been in that position before. But how that karmic feels is, well, you made me your bitch. You had me like doing everything for you while you're giving attention to somebody else and holding back from me. So now I'm the mean one. The karmic is saying I'm not mean. It's like I'm just giving you back exactly what you gave. That's why this person is like, I made the wrong choice, because they feel like, well, you would have been the better choice. Well, let's see. Nothing for nothing. I'm glad that this person made the wrong choice. But let's see, like, I'm curious why they all of a sudden think that they've, like, again, like, why? It's like, aside from this person, like, having, well, this person knows that you would have said yes. And again, that they would have been on the right track with you because of your life. So it's definitely like they feel like they needed to go through this situation to make the right decision, because again, there's still this like fantasy, the sexual feelings that they have towards you is what I'm feeling, where again, they were figuring that they would come back by now. But I feel like I said, this person that's connected to them is like, nope, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to, hey, Joy, hey, Marge, like that. No one's going to let them come towards them. So this is where they are right now. They're realizing they made the wrong decision. That karmic's not allowing them to come out. As soon as they get a free moment, though, this person is going to reach out because they're working up the courage to do so. But what we see is that they're in a really bad situation. So let me see, when they contact you, is it over with that person? Because it's like, I have a feeling that this person's going to pretend that things are over or that they're free and that they're not. Again, to try to do the same thing, like create like that triangulation. Again, well, yeah, like they're still with somebody. They're still with someone pretending to be loyal to that person, but they're not. They're like, again, they're a lone wolf. They're someone that doesn't want to really be in that relationship. I knew it. I felt that. I was like, this person's going to come to you and they're going to say that they're free when they're not free. That they're going to say that things are over when meanwhile all really that got, yeah, look at this, like look closer, because what you'll see is that this person got into a fight with that person. This person left and created space to come to you, to talk to you, but they're going to say that they're like, again, that they've learned and that they're out of that situation. They're not out of that situation at all. It's that fact that, and you better watch, because it's going to happen within a few days, a week, 2 weeks, but in the near future, they are going to reach out to you and they are going to say again, but be careful because it's not. It's not. They're going to make it look like that. They don't want to miss their chance with you. You have to understand that. They haven't given you anything. They really thought this was going to play out. You dodged a bullet. They're kind of pissed off at that because now they're stuck in the situation with whoever that fucking person is that they don't really want to be in because, again, they have love blocks and they're a liar. So understand, it's like within a few days, they're getting this epiphany. And this epiphany is the fact that, hey, you're moving on. And they still have this desire to be with you, but they have a frozen heart. It would be all about the sex. Like it's like that's what it would be about. It's like this person has a lot of passion for you, but they're wild at heart. You know that because they didn't create strong roots because they were a baby, but the whole time, you knew that there was somebody else because you read between the lines. So that's really what it is that this person wants to control the narrative. And that is which you keep saying the same exact thing over and over and over and over and over again, which it's like this person is in a shit situation and they're like, I still think that maybe I can hook you. Even if you didn't talk to them. And possibly because it was such a strong, deep soul connection at one point, like I said, this, where they're like realizing they made the wrong choice. But we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? Because I don't, like, you have free will, but you see already that person, that this would not be a good situation. But there are always going to be some people that would actually fight for a person like this. That's what this person knows because they've done it before. And possibly that person with the person that they're with now, that they're like, oh, I fought for this a long time ago when you were getting out of your previous relationship. And now you're doing to me the same thing that you already did. So no. So they knew how to play the game and they knew about this person. And so you have to say, okay, how do I fit in this equation? Why would the universe bring me a person like this? Because again, that's a low vibration. Spirit says, well, we always look at the inner child wounds because the inner child wounds are going to be what tells us, what has transpired, what has occurred. And the fragmentation, is really that karmic theme that you continue to see play out within the experience over and over and over and over again, where you're like, it happened in childhood, but because it happened in childhood, we don't remember. So the energetic template is like misunderstood, neglect, unworthy, friendship. I hate that card. You know why? Because that person is not a friend. Like cleansing, and oppressed. So, how many is that? It should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So when we look at your inner child wound cards, I feel like if you grew up in an environment where, let's just say, your parents worked all the time, or you emotionally couldn't really open up to them. You didn't feel as if you could be transparent with your parents without them getting irritated, angry, annoyed, wanting to change the narrative, wanting to oppress you. Understand that neglect. And that neglect made you feel unworthy, right? So it's the energetic template is that unworthy. Why? Because whenever I had ideas, whenever I wanted to, express myself a certain way, I was oppressed, and like pushed down. I was stifled, which made me feel unworthy. So I would have to mold to the environment so that I felt accepted, so I felt loved. Now, did your parents mean to do that? A lot of times, no. Your parents just wanted you to go to get a good education. They projected their fears onto you and their ideas, their beliefs. And so, which understand when that happens, Spirit says, I only look at intention, but the person overshot the mark. They didn't do that very well because it suppressed your unique individuality. Your parents are allowed to guide you. They're supposed to support you. They're supposed to love you, but inevitably, they're supposed to allow you to have your unique unfoldment process without being told, hey, you shouldn't be wearing those clothes. Oh, that what is going on here with whatever you're fucking doing, where you're like, I don't know, they don't understand me. It's like I feel like I'm misunderstood. And it could be, hey, I like art, have certain friends, it could be anything, but it's oppression. And when that happens, then we tend to attract people into our life that make us feel that same way. So, like I said, I don't like this card because it's, again, a friend is not really a friendship. Again, friendship, it's like, I'm a frenemy. And so when you have someone that close to you that's in competition with you, that sabotages you, that you think is a friend, but then they're not loyal. It's that same feeling of, betrayal, pretty much. It's that when you're being oppressed, it's the same. There's only two energies, love and fear. And this person falls underneath the category of fear, that friendship. But it brought up that same emotion of like being oppressed. But it doesn't matter because you still had a gift. And that gift is you know how to cleanse yourself. And that's, you must be an empath or have like empathetic energy, sensitive energy. So where you're able to clear yourself. And so understand, Spirit says, so even though you know how to do that, there's still a sense of not feeling safe with certain people. That's the energetic template, which is, can I trust? Where Spirit says trust comes from trusting yourself, not trusting other people. And so we have to transmute that negative energy because you're not going to be with this person. It was that energy. And even if it was just a friend when you were in childhood or a sibling that made you feel unworthy, it's somebody that was supposed to show you love. It's a collective reading. For some of you, it could have been a friend. For some of you, it could have been, a parent. For some of you, it could have been a teacher that you really loved. I know I had a teacher I really loved, and they, again, I felt like they betrayed me. It's somebody that was supposed to give love or nurturing, kindness, support. So the first card out was Stepping Stone. We'll read them at the end. Be vulnerable, unshakable faith, beyond the illusions, into the unknown, and one more for good measure, break the silence. All right. So what Spirit says is you always have to transmute the negative energy so that you can actually see a different version of yourself. You're embodying the new consciousness, which actually erases that negative energetic template. And that is, Spirit says, first and foremost, this person really, I feel like what they tried to do was create the illusion. So Spirit says, first thing, see beyond the illusion is, again, of who you are, not what other people say that you are and not what the environment tells you that you are. It's like sometimes our own perceptions. Spirit says, it's, again, your reality is who you want to become. It's where you're putting your energy and your time. It's not how other person makes you feel. It's that you become yourself. So that's number one. Spirit says, number two, break the silence. Use the voice to create your world. God created the world with its voice, you too. That means get grounded and then be interactive in life, and you ask for what you need. And the next time you're in a relationship with somebody that isn't going to treat you well, that you have to use your voice and state boundaries. And then not just that, if the person like you see is not changing, Spirit says, then it's about walking away. and having unshakable faith that the universe's plan is better than yours, and the universe is going to reward you for walking away from a person that makes you feel unworthy, makes you feel not good enough, because you're displaying that you love yourself. And then Spirit says, and please then go into the unknown, explore, understand if you were not allowed to become yourself because you were oppressed. Spirit says, then there's aspects of yourself that you don't know. You can't heal in the same place that you got sick. You want to go into the unknown so you'll meet new people, you'll attract new situations and new experiences that are going to change your mind and your heart about how you perceive yourself, because you attracted this person that really emotionally didn't give you anything. They had another person there and they weren't making a choice, but they weren't giving anybody anything. So you have to say, why did I? And Spirit says, well, it's again, they seem like a good option for an emotional thing, but you not going into the world and filling your own cup up and seeing actually the other options that you have really is limiting yourself. You're now oppressing yourself. You're now holding yourself back, because this is the same kind of energy that you were brought up with, like neglect. You don't have to neglect yourself. You don't have to give up what you want. You don't have to be in a one-sided relationship. Spirit says, go into the unknown, like, and find yourself. Find the things that stir up your soul, like the passion for life. And Spirit says, and that's when you're going to meet your tribe. But that's when the universe is going to bring you someone. Have faith, Spirit says. Have faith enough that you deserve a lot more and that you'll get it if you stand your ground. And Spirit says, and you can do that if emotionally you're being fed other ways. And that's only going to happen when you try new things. Because maybe life is, well, it's kind of boring, just work and home. And Spirit says, yeah, do something. It's like, because they would seem like a good option. But anyone that's lying and is a camouflaging themselves, you wouldn't be able to see it because you have nothing to compare. It's again like looking in a mirror when you're driving, that mirror on the side, like where it says objects seem closer than they actually are. Well, this person appears better than they actually are because of where you were, is what Spirit said. So you had to attract this person into your life. And then we end off with one more, which is, again, couldn't end with a better card. The Spirit says, please, more self-love for yourself. Because if you attracted this person, you don't know your worth. You're not coming from that place. It's like, attend to your own needs by listening to your heart. Your inner essence lets you know what is good for you. Obviously, if that person was showing you that they're not good for you, so you should have cut them off a lot sooner. Respect your limits, answer the requests of your body and your soul, and learn to love yourself. Be true to you. Really, that's what Spirit's saying. It's like, this person wasn't worth the dirt on your shoe. And that's the thing. And you were like treating them like they did. But in the end, what they saw is you let go, and they were never expecting that. That's why they're in this shitty place. So let them stay there. Let that karmic do what they need to do for their own healing, because they really took advantage of that person, and that karmic actually did you a favor. I'm going to leave that there. If you resonated, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's good karma for you guys. And I'll be on later. Thank you again for sharing your energy with me. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye, Joy. Hi, Marge and Mose. Again, bye-bye.